Hey guys, and welcome back to Hardly Working. I got a couple random things I gotta get done today. It's extremely nice outside. I think it's about 70 degrees, so no problems there. The other day I happened to run over the switch for our automatic up and down grater box. I gotta get that. I bought a new switch and a box I can put it in. I gotta get that all wrapped up and fixed. And I've already started, but I'm gonna show you guys how I'm burning the holes in my landscape fabric. I made a special jig, and I'm gonna show you how I burn all the holes exactly 3 feet apart. I got about 500 or 600 holes to burn out there. I think they're about 3 inches in diameter. Watermelon plants are coming in around May 25th, I believe. I set the date for delivery from Georgia. I'm getting them from a company called Vasey Plant Farm. I'm not gonna speak on them yet until I get the plants and everything goes smoothly, but hopefully everything goes well. So enough yakking, let's get to fixing this grater box. Here's the grater box. All it is basically just an actuator that pulls it up and pulls it down. It's got a battery in there. Runs up to a switch, which I broke. It used to plug into here. So I think all I gotta do is just go red to red, black to black, and then in this case, this wire is white and green, but this one's yellow and blue. That's just the completing the circuit for the solenoid. Let's get her wired up. I got these heat shrink butt connectors. It's actually a day later. The switch I ordered for this did not end up working. I still have this nice connector here, and I'm still going to use this wire, but that actual dump trailer button is not actually set up for what I'm trying to do. So I ordered a new switch. It got here. So I'm going to take this, bring it into the shed, and wire it up. Made it to the bench. Here's my game plan. So this new switch is just an up and down momentary switch. It's waterproof. And I bought this waterproof project box, and it's basically it's a pretty durable box. It's got a waterproof seal around it, and then this switch is going to go inside this, so the cover will go on top. This will go in there. I got to do all the wiring, and then the other end of this will still be able to hook up to the connector that I have on the grater box. So we'll see how that works. I think the first thing I got to do is just drill a hole or cut out in the top of this box. I'm just going to use this little frame that came with it as my marking guide, so I can drill a couple holes in the corners and then use some type of a saw to zip it out of there. And use my pick as kind of a scratch awl. You just cut that out or drill the holes in the corners, or brought it over to the vise so then it'll hold it for me. I'm just gonna drill the holes. My dad's got this Milwaukee cutoff little wheel. I'm gonna try that out. I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but we'll find out. It's kind of melting it, but you know how it goes. We can just knock it out of there now. Yep, sure enough. Now I can just get this stuff off, grab a file, and clean it up. Let's see if the switch is gonna fit. Oh yeah, man, wow. That fit perfect. So now, I don't need this. Next we gotta drill a hole for this, with this gland, I guess is what you call it. So we gotta drill a hole big enough just for the threads to fit, so. All right, there's a 5/8 bit. Should be plenty big. Man, that's dull. It's perfect. Now we can take this nut, screw it back on the inside. Okay, nice and tight in there. I'm gonna fish this wire through here. Hopefully it's the right size. Oh, I almost forgot. You have to put this on first. So now we can put that in there. That is a nice tight fit. Almost too tight, but. Okay, I'm gonna push that much through. Get my wire strippers and go to town. strip back just enough to have enough wire exposed. I'm doing a lot of wiring on this channel. I don't usually do this much. It might just kind of be coincidence, but now I got my switch, and what I read in the directions is just take this blue wire that came with it, and then put one on top, and then take the one that only has one wire, and push that one into one of the bottom terminals across from it, so diagonally. And then there's the second blue one. Put this on top, the one that has two going into it, and then cross the one over top diagonally into that terminal. And then your positive and negative will go on the middle terminals. So now I can strip these wires back. I soldered the end or something, so it's really hard to strip. Leave about that much for each one. Let's get some heat shrink butt connectors here. My favorite type of connector. So now all we gotta do is go black to black, red to red, and then blue to blue. It shouldn't matter between blue and yellow in this one. It can just go to either one of the blues on this one. So, butt connector to each one of these. And then get up to these ones. So let's go blue to blue. And then if it ends up being up, down, opposite, I can just switch these around. I'm not gonna put the cover on until I test it out. Just so I can switch them around if I need to. All right, these all sealed up. Now let's hook it up and test it out outside before we put it back together. So I got this nice connector. I can just plug it in and tighten this down. And that's what I'll do each time I hook up the implement. Now theoretically, when I hit this button, it'll go up or down. There's no fuse in there. That's why there's no fuse in there. Throw a fuse in. Didn't blow just by putting it in, so that's a good sign. Let's push the button. Yes, sir. It's working exactly how it should. Now I guess all I gotta do to figure out what I want to go up is just either flip this that way or that way when I put it together. So yeah, I want up to be here, so I'll just put it together like this after I push the wires into the box. Now I think I'm gonna have to do a little bit of pushing to get these wires to fit in this box. Just kind of bend them over a little bit. Doesn't that just look professional? Looks like it came off the factory floor. The nice waterproof end on this end too. Let's test it out one last time here. Plug this in. I'm gonna go up. And it's going up. Well, this is going down, but this is because the back is going up. And go down. And she goes down. This is a lot better than the original one that came with it. The original one that came with it was like so short. This is nice and long. You can run it up to your vehicle and not have it be so tight when you're turning. So that's perfect. I love it. All right, so I'm out of my watermelon plot. I got 5 rows done already. I got about 18 more to go. This is the tool I made. 2 holes, 3 feet apart. This is the torch I'm gonna use, it's the power probe. And then by the way, there's so many mosquitoes out here, but I just wanna give a shout out to this thing. This is the Thermocell MR300, and this thing makes like a bubble around you where there's no mosquitoes. It's actually so nice. I just stick it in my back pocket, and then I don't gotta worry about mosquitoes. There's no bug spray, no nothing. So, enough yakking, let's get right to it. All I'm doing is just looking down the row here and finding where it's gonna be straight. Gotta go in the middle of our fabric, which is right here. Straight, I'm gonna go a little bit to the right, because this first one's the most important. Then I'm just gonna go ahead and burn the hole. And it's really effortless. Simple as that. You gotta do it a bunch of times. But as you can see, these rows are nice and straight. and that's what I want. It's the same night I got half the garden done. I didn't get it all done tonight. It's getting dark. Doesn't look very dark on the camera, but it is in person. So this back row, the back 3 rows are gonna go all the way across the walkway. But for the most of the part, I'm gonna have a space with no holes so I can have a place to drive through here with the 4-wheeler for harvest season. So looks pretty good. I gotta finish it up another time. Also want to show that I got this path all smoothed out. I trucked in or moved some dirt from the pile over here with the skid steer and put it in this pile and smoothed it all out. So now I don't have things falling out of my 4-wheeler from the trip on back from the shed out to here. And the other day I also hooked up my electric fence. It comes in up here from the shed, comes over here, taps into that one. I used some U-bolts to fasten it down, and then it transfers over to that one, and that one brings the power up to the outside one, which is the most important one. So yeah, looks pretty good. There you go, guys. That was me just doing a couple odd projects I had. Grader box looks good, and then I'm happy that these rows are super straight and this is all working out good for me. But I think that's gonna be about it for this video, guys. So if I'm lucky, I'll catch you in the next one.